Welcome to our journey into the world of Infocomm technology. In this video, we'll explore the foundational concepts of initial communication that power our digital age. From the way we send messages to how devices connect, understanding these basics is essential for anyone interested in technology. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just curious, this introduction will set the stage for deeper learning. Let's start by defining what Infocomm technology is and why communication is at its core. As we move forward, you'll see how these concepts shape the way we interact every day. Communication is the process of exchanging information between two or more parties. In Infocomm technology, this means transferring data, messages, or signals using various mediums. Think about a simple phone call or sending an email, both are forms of communication. The goal is always to share meaning, whether it's a voice, text, or image. Understanding communication helps us grasp how information flows in our digital world. As we continue, we'll break down the key elements that make communication possible in technology. Every communication process starts with a sender and ends with a receiver. The sender is the originator of the message, while the receiver is the intended audience. In Infocomm technology, the sender could be a person, a computer, or even a sensor, and the receiver could be another device or user. This basic structure is found in everything from text messaging to complex network communication. Recognizing these roles helps us understand how information is directed and delivered in digital systems. Message is the core content being communicated. It can be anything: a spoken word, a written sentence, a picture, or even a video. In Infocomm technology, messages are often converted into digital signals for transmission. The clarity and structure of the message are crucial for effective communication. If the message is unclear, the receiver may misunderstand the intent. As we look deeper, we'll see how messages are encoded and decoded in digital systems. Medium is the channel through which the message travels from sender to receiver. In Infocomm technology, this could be wires, wireless signals, fiber optics, or even the internet. The choice of medium affects the speed, reliability, and quality of communication. For example, fiber optics offer high-speed data transfer, while wireless signals provide mobility. Understanding the medium helps us appreciate the infrastructure behind our daily communication. Coding is the process of converting a message into signals that can be transmitted, while decoding is turning those signals back into understandable information. In Infocomm technology, encoding might mean turning text into binary code, and decoding is the reverse. This process ensures that messages can travel across different mediums and still be understood by the receiver. It's a fundamental concept that underpins all digital communication. Noise refers to any interference that distorts or disrupts the message during transmission. In Infocomm technology, noise can come from electrical interference, weak signals, or even software errors. It can cause parts of the message to be lost or misunderstood. Reducing noise is a key challenge in designing reliable communication systems. As we move forward, we'll see how technology addresses these issues to ensure clear communication. Feedback is the response given by the receiver back to the sender. It closes the communication loop and confirms whether the message was understood. In Infocomm technology, feedback can be as simple as a reply email or as complex as automated system acknowledgments. Effective feedback helps improve communication and correct misunderstandings. It's an essential part of any interactive system. Communication in Infocomm technology can be classified in several ways. It might be verbal or nonverbal, synchronous or asynchronous, and one-to-one or one-to-many. For example, a phone call is synchronous and one-to-one, while a social media post is asynchronous and one-to-many. Recognizing these types helps us choose the right tools and methods for different situations. Verbal communication uses spoken or written words, while nonverbal communication relies on gestures, facial expressions, or even images. In Infocomm technology, both forms are important. Text messages and emails are verbal, while emojis and images add nonverbal cues. Understanding both helps us communicate more effectively in digital environments. Synchronous communication happens in real time with both sender and receiver active at the same moment. Examples include phone calls, video conferences, and live chats. In Infocomm technology, synchronous tools are vital for instant feedback and collaboration. They help teams work together efficiently, no matter where they are located. Synchronous communication does not require both parties to be present at the same time. Emails, online forums, and recorded messages are common examples. In Infocomm technology, asynchronous tools allow people to communicate across different time zones and schedules. This flexibility is especially useful in global teams and remote work environments. One-to-one communication involves a single sender and a single receiver. This is the most direct form of communication, like a phone call or a private chat. In Infocomm technology, one-to-one channels are used for personal conversations, customer support, and confidential exchanges. They ensure privacy and direct feedback. One-to-many communication is when a single sender shares a message with multiple receivers. Examples include broadcasting, social media posts, or webinars. In Infocomm technology, these channels are used for announcements, marketing, and public information. They help reach large audiences quickly and efficiently. Many-to-many communication involves multiple senders and receivers interacting together. Online forums, group chats, and collaborative platforms are examples. In Infocomm technology, these systems support teamwork, brainstorming, and community building. They allow for dynamic exchanges and collective problem-solving. Communication can be digital or analog. Analog communication uses continuous signals like traditional radio or telephone lines. Digital communication, on the other hand, converts information into binary code for transmission. Infocomm technology relies heavily on digital methods because they are faster, more reliable, and easier to process. Binary code is the language of digital communication. It uses only two symbols 0 and 1 to represent all kinds of information. In Infocomm technology, text, images, and sounds are all converted into binary before being transmitted. Understanding binary is key to grasping how digital systems work behind the scenes. Protocols are the rules that govern how data is transmitted and received in Infocomm technology. They ensure that devices can understand each other, even if they are made by different manufacturers. Common protocols include TCP/IP for the Internet and Bluetooth for wireless connections. Protocols are essential for compatibility and smooth communication. Network topology refers to the arrangement of devices and connections in a communication network. Common topologies include star, ring, and mesh. Each has its own advantages and challenges. Understanding topology helps us design efficient and reliable networks for different needs in Infocomm technology. Wired communication uses physical cables such as copper wires or fiber optics to transmit data. It is known for its stability and high speed. In Infocomm technology, wired connections are often used in offices, data centers, and places where reliability is critical. They form the backbone of many communication networks. Wireless communication transmits data without physical cables, using radio waves, microwaves, or infrared. It offers mobility and convenience, making it popular for smartphones, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth devices. In Infocomm technology, wireless systems enable flexible and accessible communication almost anywhere. The Internet is the most widespread communication medium in Infocomm technology. It connects billions of devices worldwide, enabling instant sharing of information. From emails to video calls, the Internet supports countless forms of communication. Understanding its role is key to grasping modern Infocomm systems. A local area network, or LAN, connects devices within a limited area like an office or school. LANs allow for fast and secure sharing of data and resources. In Infocomm technology, LANs are the foundation for internal communication and collaboration in organizations. Wide area networks, or WANs, connect devices over large geographic areas such as cities or countries. The Internet itself is a massive WAN. In Infocomm technology, WANs enable organizations to link remote offices and users, supporting global communication and data sharing. Personal area networks, or PANs, are small networks for connecting devices close to a single user like smartphones, tablets, and wearables. Bluetooth is a common PAN technology. In Infocomm technology, PANs make it easy to sync and transfer data between personal devices. Data can be transmitted in different modes: simplex, half-duplex, and full-duplex. Simplex allows data in one direction only, half-duplex in both directions but not at the same time, and full-duplex allows simultaneous two-way communication. These modes are fundamental to how devices interact in Infocomm technology. Bandwidth refers to the amount of data that can be transmitted over a network in a given time. Higher bandwidth means faster communication. In Infocomm technology, bandwidth is a key factor in determining the quality of service for streaming, downloads, and online gaming. Latency is the delay between sending and receiving a message. Low latency is important for real-time applications like video calls and online gaming. In Infocomm technology, reducing latency improves user experience and system performance. Error detection and correction are techniques used to ensure data is transmitted accurately. In Infocomm technology, methods like checksums and parity bits help identify and fix errors during transmission. These processes are vital for reliable communication, especially over long distances. Encryption is the process of converting information into a secure format that can only be read by authorized parties. In Infocomm technology, encryption protects sensitive data during transmission, ensuring privacy and security for users and organizations. Authentication verifies the identity of users or devices before allowing access to a system. Common methods include passwords, biometrics, and security tokens. In Infocomm technology, strong authentication is essential for protecting networks and information. Cloud communication uses internet-based platforms to store, process, and transmit data. Services like email, file sharing, and video conferencing often rely on cloud infrastructure. In Infocomm technology, the cloud offers scalability, flexibility, and remote access for users and businesses. Mobile communication enables users to connect and share information on the go. Smartphones, tablets, and wireless networks are central to this form of communication. In Infocomm technology, mobile systems support instant messaging, calls, and internet access from almost anywhere. Social media platforms are powerful tools for communication in Infocomm technology. They allow users to share messages, images, and videos with large audiences. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have transformed how we connect and interact online. Video conferencing combines audio and visual communication, enabling real-time meetings across distances. Tools like Zoom and Microsoft Teams are widely used in business, education, and personal communication. In Infocomm technology, video conferencing bridges the gap between remote participants. Instant messaging allows users to exchange text, images, and files in real time. Apps like WhatsApp and Messenger are popular examples. In Infocomm technology, instant messaging supports quick, informal communication for both personal and professional use. Email is a fundamental tool in Infocomm technology, enabling asynchronous communication across the globe. It supports text, attachments, and multimedia, making it versatile for business and personal use. Email remains a reliable and widely used method for sharing information. File sharing allows users to send and receive documents, images, and other data electronically. In Infocomm technology, platforms like Google Drive and Dropbox make collaboration easy and efficient. Secure file sharing is essential for teamwork and productivity. Collaborative tools like shared documents, project management apps, and online whiteboards enable teams to work together in real time. In Infocomm technology, these tools enhance productivity, creativity, and coordination, regardless of physical location. Security is a top priority in Infocomm technology. Protecting data from unauthorized access, tampering, or loss is essential. Techniques like encryption, authentication, and firewalls help safeguard communication channels and maintain user trust. Privacy is about controlling who can access your personal information. In Infocomm technology, privacy concerns arise with data collection, tracking, and sharing. Understanding privacy helps users make informed choices and protect their digital identities. Infocomm technology is always evolving. Emerging trends include artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and 5G networks. These innovations are changing how we communicate, making systems smarter, faster, and more connected than ever before. Standards ensure that devices and systems can work together seamlessly. In Infocomm technology, international standards like IEEE and ISO guide the development of hardware and software. Adhering to standards promotes compatibility and reliability across the industry. The future of communication in Infocomm technology is exciting. Advances in virtual reality, augmented reality, and quantum computing promise new ways to connect and share information. Staying informed about these trends will help us adapt and thrive in a rapidly changing world. We've covered the essential concepts of initial communication in Infocomm technology, from the basics of sending and receiving messages to the latest trends shaping our digital world. Understanding these foundations empowers us to use technology more effectively and prepares us for future innovations. Thank you for joining this exploration. Keep learning and stay connected.